Our summer market is only 3 weeks away. I cannot believe it's almost here. And we're working really hard on getting everything ready for the big day. So I thought I would give you some behind the scenes access over the next few weeks on all our preparations and what I'm working on to make the market really, really special. And it's going to be a French country market theme, and I've got lots of exciting plans. So I'm going to share some of those with you today. I'm also going to share our vintage picnic. You remember last week I was setting everything up. This week I'm going to show you how it all worked out, and it was just beautiful. And I also have been working on one of the longest and most monotonous jobs that we have in the Manor this week. So let me show you what I've been up to. Our vintage picnic photo shoot turned out beautifully. Sylvie was our photographer and she captured some magical photos, and you'll see those over the next few weeks on our Facebook and Instagram pages. And we're going to be offering our vintage picnics not only at our summer market but also as experiences after the market, so stay tuned for your opportunity to come and enjoy a picnic with local delicious food surrounded by the Manor. So I'm just heading up to our attic. Now that's where we keep in my inventory. I keep all my stock. You can hear the squeaky floorboards. And to be honest, I'm not sure what's even up here. So I'm on the search to find out what I have and what I need to get. So as you can see, I have a lot of things up here, all stored, ready for different events and for me to create with. And so I am on a search for my signs for the market today. I'm going to be coming back to all these treasures to decide what I'm going to be using for decor. But for now, I'm on the search for signs. So these are the signs that I am looking for, and I'm now going to take them downstairs and see how many I have. So these are all the vendor signs that I found up in the attic. You'll see that this one's my welcome one, but you'll see that each vendor gets a sign. I paint it black and then I hand paint the gold for their name. And it means that everyone gets a nice sign. It all looks the same across the market. And obviously with some vendors, they've been at our markets before, so I already have a sign for them. So I have my list of vendors and I'm just going through and sorting these and then just crossing off. So we've got Whiteness, Birkenshaw's, crossing that off on my list, and then anyone who's not been at one of our markets, I'm going to make them a sign. And then I'll move on to the other signs, that the welcome signs and the washrooms and all the other signs that we have. But by the look at this, I actually have quite a few. So I don't think I'm going to have to make too many more of my vendor signs. Now, the other thing I found while I was up in the attic was my bunting. Now, you remember last summer, I sewed what felt like miles and miles and miles of bunting. So I have it all here. So I have two different designs. I have my red and white stripe with my really pretty pink flowers. And then my other design is here. Oh, there's some extras. Let's have a look. Now the nice thing is I actually cut out and sewed a whole bunch of extras last year. So if I need more, all I need to do is put it onto the tape, which saves a lot of time. So these are my other pattern here. It's the nice green with the green and pink flower. Now this year I'm going to be doing a little bit differently. I'm going to be using all this bunting, but I'm actually going to try and put it across the driveway, string it across the driveway. Now the question is, do I have enough? So after I've done my signs, I'm going to go through this box and I'm going to measure how much I have in here. I have quite a lot, but I don't know whether it'll be enough. And if I don't have enough, I'm going to make some more so that we can use our bunting and have it hanging at the market, which I think will be really, really pretty. So last year I put it around the tents. This year I'm going to try and hang it across the driveway so it has that kind of nice French country market feel to it. So I guess I need to get my measuring tape out and start measuring. As you probably know, I love to paint old furniture and to bring it back to life and make it look beautiful again. And before I moved to New Brunswick in BC, I used Annie Sloan chalk paint all the time. I just loved it. And when I moved to Dorchester, I discovered probably one of my favorite stores of all time. It's called the Painted Pineapple. It's in Moncton, and Lisa and her team are amazing. And she introduced me to fusion paint. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you'll know I use fusion paint now all the time because now I love fusion paint. And it really is, if you've never tried it, you need to go and try it. And you need to go and see Lisa and her team at the Painted Pineapple in Moncton. But I've still always loved Annie Sloan. So imagine my excitement when Lisa messaged me and said, Annie Sloan's now making wall paint. Like, really? Okay, I need to get some of that. Because Annie Sloan's product is so great, I just couldn't imagine how beautiful it would be on the wall. So I was beyond excited this week when I discovered this on my doorstep. And Lisa has given me this Annie Sloan wall paint for me to use, and we're actually going to use it in our Sandpiper suite, which is the suite we're about to start working on next. And it's this gorgeous pink, pale pink, just love it. She gave me a choice of colors. It took me like a week to decide because there's so many great colors. But I cannot wait to try Annie Sloan wall paint. I can't even imagine. So you'll have to stay tuned, and I will give you a progress report and my little review of Annie Sloan wall paint and what I think of it. But I know from what Lisa's told me, it's just the most fabulous paint. So like I say, if you're thinking of doing any furniture restoration or painting walls now, head over to the Painted Pineapple in Moncton and visit Lisa. She's amazing. This was one of the pieces that Lisa and Maria painted for us in the Manor, and we get compliments and comments about it all the time. They did just such a beautiful piece. This is a piece that we picked up at an auction. We didn't pay very much for it. It was, we loved the shape, but it was very, very plain and dirty and didn't look in great condition, but just look what they've done to it. It just is stunning what they can create from paint. So, like I say, very excited this week when I discovered my Annie Sloan wall paint, and I can't wait to try it and let you know what I think of it and how fabulous it looks on our Sandpiper suite. So our library is still a work in progress, but what's so wonderful is people are donating books to go in the library when it's finished. And this week we had 2 donations. We had this really large book and then this beautiful one. And this is the Poetical Works of Robert Burns. And it's just so lovely to read through. You can see the worn pages and to think about the stories behind this book, who would have read it. And as you know, I do love old books. And so I was very, very excited to receive this one this week. And then we also had this second one that is just stunning. Now this one is Birds of the Forest, and it's in perfect condition. And the pictures inside are just spectacular. And as you go through these gorgeous, gorgeous paintings and these sketches, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful book. And you can sit and just browse through it for hours because every picture is just stunning and it's just such a delight to read. And so both of these books are going to be going into our library. And we want to say a huge, huge thank you to everyone who has donated books. And we've had quite a lot of donations. It's so, so lovely. They will all be treasured and loved and definitely enjoyed by many, many people once we get the library finished. But I just really can't get over these beautiful pictures in this particular book. It really is quite special. So I'm going to put these away safely until our library is ready. I'm sure you're wondering why on earth it's taken so long. There are so many complex issues with restoring an old property. And obviously with the house being built in 1840 at this end and then the 1930s at the brick end, to ensure that everything passes all the inspections and is safe for everyone to enjoy. involves a lot of consultants, a lot of red tape, and it does not happen quickly. So it has definitely taken us longer than we would have hoped, but it is all still moving. We are still working on everything. We obviously have to wait for certain inspections and permits before we can continue work, and we're working through those right now. But it's all on its way, and it'll all be beautiful when it's finished. It's just taken a little bit longer than we expected, but as we're waiting, there's lots of things that we're working on, and like I say, books like this make it extra special when they come in ready to go into the library. So I'm just working on one of the most monotonous jobs that we have in the manor, cleaning out all the gaps between our floorboards. Now, in the reception room here, we have these beautiful original hardwood floorboards that we obviously want to restore and keep. I want to keep the color, I want to keep them exactly as they are right now, but obviously we need to clean them up. So I am working on cleaning out all the dirt between the cracks, and then we are going to clean them up really well and then do a top coat, a clear top coat to protect them. But what's interesting is I did this job up in the suite, or the floors upstairs, and upstairs I found newspaper between the gaps and straw, and interestingly enough down here I'm just finding dirt, which makes it a little bit easier, but it's definitely not the most glamorous of jobs and it's, like I say, very monotonous. But last time I borrowed Janet's handy dandy little patio crack cleaner that she lent me, and I might have to go down and borrow it again, I think, because the gaps are very, very different. So there's some very, very small ones and some larger ones. So some of them they're not even big enough for that kind of tool. Some of them are good for a screwdriver, but I'm just going to use whatever tool is the easiest and to get it done as quickly as possible, so we can get this floor finished and we can get my curtains up. So have you got your summer market tickets yet? Well, if not, head over to our website and make sure you pick some up, because they're going very, very fast, and you won't want to miss the 23 amazing vendors that we have coming to our market. I will be introducing each one of them over the next few weeks on our Facebook and Instagram pages, and it blows me away, the talent, the creativity. We have such a diverse group of people and different types of products. We have artists and artisans, we have vintage inspired curiosities, we have farm produce and fresh produce from the local farm. Just an amazing group, and you'll be able to browse through all their booths and on hopefully a very, very sunny and beautiful day when you come and visit the market. You'll be able to go to our ice cream bar. We've got Sussex ice cream coming back. And if you had a favorite flavor of ice cream last year that you loved, then let me know, because I'm about to put in my order for our ice cream for this year. So if you had a favorite flavor from last year's market, let me know and we'll see if we can order it specially for you. And don't forget, make sure you subscribe to our Ladysmith Manor Diaries channel on YouTube to make sure that you're the first to know when we put out new videos, because over the next few weeks we're going to be sharing our behind the scenes on our market preparation as we get everything ready for the big weekend. Well, I better get back to work because I've got lots to do, and I'll see you back here next week for our next episode of the Ladysmith Manor Diaries.